Hello and welcome everybody, this is April and thank you for watching this video about NBA 2K14 My Career Bigman, power forwards and centers, and of course as usual thank you for watching my previous videos, and I hope you like my guides and the stat cap spreadsheet. You can still find of course the links in the description, and as usual keep requests and questions and the comments coming because I really appreciate them. And I will try my best to answer them if you have a question. Now today I want to talk about two things. First is that I believe that there has been a kind of a silent patch or like an update which hopefully, because it seems that way, at least to me, lately in the latest matches that I played, has fixed one of the bugs that I mentioned in my and actually showed in my previous videos, with the bug being that players of your or your opposing team suddenly forget to play basketball, and big men only get offensive rebounds or try to get, and guards only drive to the basket. And the examples that I showed you were two matches, or just highlights of matches. One with Dirk Nowitzki scoring 0 points or 0 of 3 shooting, and the other one was against the Spurs, where Team Duncan basically did the same. So they were non-existent in the game, playing 30 or more minutes. Now, again, we had a nice matchup against the Dallas Mavericks. Actually, it was one of the most exciting games that we had lately, and I was particularly happy to see that Dirk Nowitzki suddenly learned to play basketball again after this supposed kind of patch, because he really stepped up his game in this match, and I was really happy to see it. And also, what I thought I would talk about is what it's like to play for the Heat if you are considering trading to them. Because the thing is, and just look at that, Dirk Nowitzki taking a jump shot in my face and burying it. Even though my defense was really crap in this whole game, I was really happy to actually see him score as many points on me, because at least he scored, so the game seems to be fixed. So anyway, back to playing the for the Heat. Oh, and in case you were wondering, yes, the motorcycle thing from Vince Carter is in the game, as you saw. So playing for the Heat, as soon as you trade to them, at least in Superstar difficulty, you will soon find that actually the big three is now a new kind of big three, because the big three of the Heat will be Dwayne Wade, who we just saw do a nasty dunk, LeBron James, and you. Because, and let's start with Chris Bosh, he's just like in real life, actually. I'm sorry if you're a fan of Chris Bosh, I'm not. I personally am not. So he's really not that significant player. The only thing about him is that he is consistent. Just, by the way, look at that. Dirk is already at 13 points, 5 rebounds at halftime, so looking good. So Chris Bosh, the only good thing about him is that he is consistent in scoring like 10 points or maybe 12 points if he's on a good day. And just look at that, my first career assist. I believe actually in the games that I personally played, at least, because I never had any assists yet, maybe in sim games. So again, there's Nowitzki. So Chris Bosh is really not that big of a factor. The only thing is that he's consistent in scoring 10 points, but and getting like 7-8 rebounds on a good day. The other players, Mario Chalmers, oh yeah, and just look at that, we'll get back to that later, but the Bulls are actually right on our tails, is why I showed you that little conference standings clip. So the other players, Mario Chalmers, I really hated playing with him because he didn't really want to pass the ball and he didn't really shoot. So he didn't do anything. All he did was commit turnovers. But I believe again this was with this patch. Now he's quite okay because he sometimes does jump shots, actually 3-pointers. He still misses all of his free throws, but he's nice or nicer this time. Again, the motorcycle from Carter. Oh, and just look at this. Oh my god, the first possession in the first few seconds of the fourth quarter. The good dunk packages. Let's just say that one. I mean, Dirk Nowitzki is playing in the game alright, but I am as well. So, back to the Heat. Next, Norris Cole. I literally have not seen him play in the game. So, he really and rarely plays with me on the court, so I cannot really say anything about his performance because I never see him. Others, James Jones, I believe his name is. I honestly have never heard of him, but he's one of those role players that are actually not bad in the game for the Heat. He's capable of like exploding to 10 points, but after that, in most of the games, he will score like 0 points. And there are many other players similar to him. Unfortunately, one of them is Shane Battier. Of course, you, or I at least, as a power forward, took his spot. So his starting spot. He again can shoot up to 10 points or 0 in other matches, and just don't blink, another, oh yes, oh my god, Cockback tomahawks, beautiful. So Shane Battier again, sometimes a factor, sometimes not. Michael Beasley is again the same thing. The only funny thing about him is that many times when he's in the game, he's actually subbed in at center. So I'm pretty sure that he's not a center in real life, more like a small forward. But he, nevertheless, on multiple. And just look at this. Oh my god, this is one of the best things about playing for the Heat. So fancy pass and then an alley-oop and then a dunk. Back to the players, Ray Allen. Ray Allen actually, at least on 10 matches or so, has played as a starting point guard, funnily enough. Again, he can score anywhere between 0 to like 12 points. And Haslem, Greg Oden, really not that big of factors. And the two other consistently good players are of course Dwayne Wade. Oh yeah, and by the way, did you just see that fadeaway? I almost missed it. The fadeaway 3-pointer from Lebron James that put this game into overtime. So Dwayne Wade is actually the one who scores more. He's a bit, or actually a lot, like Monte Ellis was for me in 2K13. So he has closer, he has really nice shot in traffic. He will always, or very often, go into end ones actually and make those. So I really like him. He will score anywhere up to like 24-25 points in a good day. Oh yeah, and the signature fadeaway from Dirk. And he will get about 6 assists, but the thing is that he will assist wide open jump shooters more often, so you will not really see his assists, so he doesn't assist you. LeBron James, however, will give you a lot of assists, so you will really love him. And his 3-point shot, post play, everything. Of course, he's a 99 overall, so he will score from anywhere on the court. But he's not really overpowered, so he will dribble the ball outside, and he will have turnovers and stuff like that. And he actually plays as a point forward in the game as well, so that's again something that's really cool. And the reason why I showed you that little conference standings while we are losing the match actually in the background in overtime is that you shouldn't think that playing for the Heat means automatic wins, because it doesn't. Actually, a few matches after this one, the Chicago Bulls moved ahead of us, so they are actually even more powerful than the Heat. Oh yeah, and Dirk scored 31 points. I was so happy to see this actually. So playing for the Heat is not automatic win. Of course, simulated games are sometimes blowouts, and we are like second in the league, so really nice standings, but that doesn't mean that we don't have exciting games just like this one, close games, and doesn't mean that we don't lose games. So actually playing for the Heat is really fun. You can see and you can expect a lot of really spectacular passes, strangely enough, from LeBron James. Actually, he has a dimer, so you will also receive an assist bonus from him. And the best things about his flashy passes, if you play for them, then you will see that they always seem functional. So it doesn't give you these behind the back jumping up 360 no look passes just for the sake of the pass, but his passes are always like functional. So in real life, in those situations, you would give that kind of pass. I can highly recommend playing for the Heat, of course. As a power forward, it's a perfect position or a perfect team. If you decide to play for them, then you will really enjoy it. Just like I hoped you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.